During the City Council work session dated February the 8th, 2016, when Mr. Weaver was informing everyone about the issues of the Radcliff Tourism Commission and the fact that they collect the hotel tax, he said once this was never intended by the law. He stated the practice was contrary to the law 28 years ago and is contrary to the law now. My question is, Mr. Weaver, are you implying that the Radcliff Tourism Commission is acting illegally?
Barbara, there's two parts of this. And after doing that, and after saying that I thought that that was illegal, I have since found out that there is a Attorney General opinion, and I think it's 8226, that says there was a precedent for that happening. And since I said that, I have done more research and found out that they could have been collecting that according to law, and neither the city attorney at the time nor the council made a mistake in letting them do it. I think you need to really look closely at 91A390 and see that we are not in compliance with the law right now, and there is a responsibility for the city council and the mayor and the administration to change that. Read it over again between now and the time we meet again. I've got a month to read it over. You don't need an attorney to tell you what that says. It is real clear. Okay.
The mystery here to me is the fact that we have two attorneys, both are experts in municipal law, coming to the opposite conclusion, which makes me suspicious about this. I'm anxious to hear from Councilman, from Commissioner Campy and Commissioner Fraley, as well as the opportunity to talk to their lawyer on an independent basis, unless they object to me doing that.
You're not going to talk to their lawyer at this table tonight
I
because
said
there's nothing.
independently.
Okay, independently, absolutely.
Of course, I don't need permission to do anything independently. So that's what I expect to hear now is from the commissioners. There's an entire history behind this issue involving the Tourism Commission. You can read the archives at the News Enterprise, you'll find it goes back to about a year ago. There's an entire history here that people need to be aware of, and there's some retaliation, there's some unethical behavior going on here. I guarantee you that there's more to this story than what you're hearing right here.
Ethical behavior that you were talking about.
Mayor, I don't know if you want to go into this or not, but I'm willing to open it up if you want to.
Well, if you open it up, Councilman Short, it is your opinion.
Of course it is. That's the reason why I'm suggesting
Would
you
you talk into your mic, please?
If you want to know more about what's going on with the story involving the Tourism Commission, do the research at the News Enterprise archives. There's a complete story there. Explains what's going on. Now, I don't disagree completely with many of the things you're saying, Mayor, about the use of the funds. I'd rather have access to those. I would rather have more input on how those are spent. And I don't object to eventually maybe working out something where it turns out that way. But I don't like this process. I don't think this process is fair to people.
Who is it not fair to?
The Tourism Commission, people that are honorably serving there, and a couple of weeks ago you accused them of unethical behavior.
May I ask one more question?
Yes, yes, sir.
So, why are we excluding their attorney from making comments and addressing the council?
Because I do not want this to turn into a circus where their attorney talks to our attorney and each one starts defending each other. I really, really believe that the Kentucky Revised Statutes are clear enough that you don't need an attorney to do that.
And I'm gonna close with this. The most powerful words you said in that statement, and I want this body to hear this, is the word I. There's 7 people up here responsible for governing this city, and it has come down to I. Why can we not hear from this man? When we ask to hear from this man, it's because I don't want him to speak.
I believe.
I'm done talking.
I, just like you, when you're talking or talking I believe you are being very unfair.
Mr. Weaver,
Yes.
I hate to point this out again, but you were incorrect in your statement. There was opposition to this the public comments. I do not agree with it. I said at our last meeting, I don't agree with it.
Mayor, I believe too that getting back to what we originally talked about here is that this is about transparency and accountability.
Yes, it is.
And as many of you have heard, it is clear that yes, you definitely need to do your research. Find out what the articles are saying in the past from the archives themselves, so you'll know what's going on for yourself. Okay? That's clear. We know that. But I thought the real issue here, what we're discussing, of course, again, that this is about transparency and about accountability. And that's what we should be trying to focus on. What is the accountability we want to have when doing this particular ordinance, when doing this particular move when it comes to tourism or not? The question is that we want to be transparent in what we do with them, and they want to be transparent in what they do with us. And the bottom line is that tourism and the city should be working together. That's the bottom line, okay? With whatever happens within our city, whatever happens within the construction or roads or anything else, we want to involve tourism in those particular things because that is important for us to be able to grow as a whole. Because their valued opinion is just as good as ours. And yes, we do have 7 members up here that are important to what takes place as well. So knowing and having opinion is what we're here for because yes, that's what the citizens voted us here to do. And that's important as well. So we want to have an opinion about what is going on and be able to share those thoughts with the timely decision that you have given us.
And everything we have, it's different opinions. I know there's some emotions involved, but right is right, wrong is wrong. So if it is that we're not in compliance with law and we don't fix it, we're just as guilty.
Thank you all for coming, and I apologize for not being able to hear from those concerned citizens that would have had a desire to address those you elected into office. And so therefore, unlike most meetings, those that may want to stick around and ask this councilman a question, I'll make myself available.
I'm with my other council members as well. Thank you all for coming, and I'm always available as well. If you need to get a hold of me, I'm available Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. So however you want to get a hold of me, I am available. So please feel free to contact me as well at the meeting if you'd like to talk. Thank you.